that what you grew up?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. What brought you here to Las Vegas?
I've been here for like 20 years. Combination with games. I love games. I came out and not only that, but I had some trouble in Texas. Things were breaking apart.
What kind of trouble?
Just jobs, no job, blah blah blah. Running out. And out here, I got money. I mean, I got a job like the first day I was here. Yeah, that's how it was. Houston, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. The traffic, the pollution, and the overcrowding. Oh man, you can't imagine. And they, New York has ways to handle it. California does too. Texas doesn't. They can't handle what they got. And it's getting worse every day.
What brought you to Las Vegas?
I love Las Vegas. It's a showtown. I love that. I love the entertainment.
How did you think you became a homeless? How did you end up a homeless?
I'll be bad rapping somebody, I guess that's okay, but long story short, I was working 10, 11 years up north in a casino, and the owner, cut sheet, and the owner, she passed on, right? Terrible, terrible stop and go. They came in and bought it. The following day after the funeral, bought it, the casino, and the following day after that, fired everyone. I haven't recouped,
How long have you been homeless for?
Oh, about 7. My problem is I turned 64 in a couple of months, and nobody's hiring me. And it's too bad too because I'm a great worker. I love it, especially in the kitchen. Oh, you'd love some of my meals, and my specialties are sweets. Different kind of coffee. Oh, I make coffee. You come back for it. Oh yeah, coffee's one of my, and so is tea. Hot tea. Oh yeah, muy bueno.
How do you say that experience been like being in the streets?
Say
How do you think the experience been like here in the streets?
I'm a survivalist. I've always had some kind of shit in life, and just stick true to your colors, and I'm not out there fucking up or doing a bunch of dogs. My only problem is that it's a job. I don't have a job, and I've been talking to the lady. I could retire now if I want. I've been 2 years. I could retire, and I'm thinking about doing that.
What do you do for money?
Just people come by, like you've seen the unemployment places, the on-site stuff. People come by and blah blah blah. And say, yeah, I'll take it, and they take you off court.
What do they mostly give you?
It changes. You'd be surprised sometimes. See an old beat up old truck come out and have you clean up their backyard, their kitchen, and blah blah blah, and then take you back home, pay you $150 for it. You get somebody else too that's saying, "Oh, I feel so sorry for you," so blah 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 blah. You do the exact same work, get $15. Yeah, so some people come out here who don't like it, and that's why they did it.
Around how much do you think they give you around a day when you ask for money?
I'd say $7 to $8. Oh, panhandle?
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work?
No, it doesn't work. I feel sorry for those people. It just doesn't work. Not only that, but the cops, haven't you heard about the laws that just passed?
No.
Oh yeah, they passed, it's going to be like, you can't lawyer, you can't stand on the sidewalk. I thought it was a newspaper. It's all kind of shit, and you can get 6 months for loitering now. Yeah, flat time, 6 months. Oh yeah, they're coming down. I don't blame them. I'm not one of these guys that just crime and steal and blah blah blah. I just got jammed on that work. But there's some bad people out here. So I think the cops here are great. I've been to 32 states. I've lived in 4 of them, and without a doubt, this is the best cops I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Well, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 20 years.
Oh, then you know what I'm talking about. You remember 20 years ago? 15, 10, 5, remember? Yeah.
It was less, right? It was more calm, right?
No, it was horrible. There's
Oh.
10,000 people on the street. Don't you remember that?
Oh, I
This-
don't. I
this is the
remember
hubbub.
passing and seeing less people.
Yeah, but that's just recently since the mayor and the police started doing their magic. And magic is it. 20 years ago, there'd be 1,000 people on Main Street. They all be sitting there smoking their stuff, drinking their stuff, cussing their stuff, throwing punches on a fella. This whole neighborhood was clogged. You can get away from it. And you look at it now, it's clean, it's professional, it's nice, everything. You know, the mayor and the police department deserve many, many kudos. I mean, I'm on the street, saw what it is, and blah, blah, blah. And this is really top gun with. I mean, you might not think of it. You know, if you live somewhere else, you would. The shit that's going on in Houston, it's just getting worse. Everything, even the air pollution. Houston's built on a canal, long story short. Humidity in the air built a dome of the chemicals that's in the air, you know, and Houston's just stuck under that. And it's just getting worse and worse.
Where do you sleep during the summer here in Vegas? You know, Vegas gets
Same
really,
place.
really hot. Where do you sleep most of the time?
Oh, it depends. I got some work. Otherwise, just same place. These all have overnight shelters. All three of them have. It's,
Is that the same, right, for the winter, I'm guessing?
yeah,
Oh.
it's all year round.
Now, let me ask you.
And they have three meals too.
Oh, wow, that's good. Do you, let me ask you, do you have any contact with any of your family members?
My family members are bad news. Since we're filming it.
Here, go back a little bit so I can show the camera. Go a little bit more back. Right there.
See that?
Oh, wow.
See this one?
Yes.
See this one?
Oh, wow, that's stabs, right? What is that exactly?
It's a long story. I got both legs broken.
You can sit
both
down.
arms
That way
broken.
you're more comfortable.
I got abused horrifically.
You got, okay, so maybe
Yeah.
you can tell me about your childhood. Tell me a little bit about your
No,
childhood.
you don't want to. Nah. I got abused badly. What happened? So it was hell on earth. Yeah.
Did you grow up with both of your parents?
No. I never even saw my real dad. He got out of Dodge. Smart thing to do. My mother and my sisters are the culprits. They're the
what, I'm sorry?
Culprits.
Oh, corporate, okay.
They are fucked up human beings. I don't want to talk. Let's move on to something else because they're just horrible people. Whereas here, it's the flip side. You got people out here who will help somebody, and they do it because of help. They don't do it because they get prestige or they get money or blah blah blah. You know? Yeah, that's it's like I say, pretty impressive. You ever lived in Houston or been through it?
Never.
There's neighborhoods you would not stop your car, and if you did, you'd find a way to get your phone to call the cops.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you go to school?
Yeah, something about my mother had me kicked out. So let's not talk about me. I tell you, it's all abuse.
Oh, it's all abuse, you're saying?
Yeah, my whole, it's horrible, yeah.
Can you share a little bit about it? Just a little bit?
Wasn't
just a
this
little
enough?
bit? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it gets worse after that, so yeah.
Before that.
The same thing, she abused. My mother drove her third husband to suicide at the age of 43. The first two, one with my father, are nuts. Oh, I said as a kid, I thought that's how it was. You know, I thought, she told me everything she does is right, so when I hit you, that's what's supposed to happen. Now, I didn't know any better. You know, and that's, so, I mean, you don't want to go, let's talk about Vegas, good place.
Let me ask you a question. Do you do you drink? Do you do any type of drugs?
I drank, I did drugs and blah, blah, blah. And, fuck that.
What kind of-
Especially cigarettes.
So what kind of drugs?
Oh, I tried everything. And
Is there a preference, a drug preference that you have?
the only thing I do now is weed. But I have retinal glaucoma and optical presbyopia. I could smoke stuff legal before it's legal, you know, and it helps. Marijuana does some. Also, my grandfather died blind. he used to do like this in front of the TV. See it? Because he couldn't see it. And he finally just didn't wake up. And they said he was too sad. And he said it was just so much he just didn't want to wake up. He was 60 when that happened. I'm 64 in a couple of months, and I can still see, drive, read. That's marijuana. That is marijuana. There's nothing else in the loop. You know, yeah.
At what age did you leave your house?
I was kicked out about 13.
By who?
My mother.
Oh, your mother.
She dominated everything. The husbands and the husbands were good people too. You know, my stepfather's really good people, and I don't even know my father. She got him so fucked up, we've never associated. I don't know what he looks like.
When you left your house, who did you leave it with? Who did you leave with?
It's the same old story. My mother kicked me out. She had the apartment manager come by on Christmas morning, 2002, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was going to be a Christmas party. Opened the door for her. I was getting her to say Merry Christmas. She goes, "You go, why are we out here? Is your name on the lease?" I go, "No, my mother lives here." Blah, blah. And he goes, "You gotta get out." And I turned around to get my mother, and my mother was just standing there smirking. Yeah. That's the last time I ever associated with any of my family, 20 years ago. And she's the worst person alive. I mean, if sum it up, she hates men. I still don't grasp that. How can you just hate men or hate women or all that kind of stuff? You know? I don't get it. And you think maybe she was abused. Her father, his name's Big Joe Gaston. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's passed on, but he was a monarch up in Dallas. You know, with the church, totally appealing to his church, all this, that, and the other. The guy was Top Gun. You know, he didn't drink and smoke cigarettes, didn't do drugs, nothing. You know.
Now, looking back in your life, what do you wish it was different?
That I'd face. I was in self-denial basically all my life of my mother. I wish I'd faced that young, gone orphan, you know, or something, and then all my life without her, and life would have been a lot better.
Now, what is the craziest thing you've seen on the streets? Like, going back at it, like seeing, like the whole time that you've been in the streets, what's the craziest thing? Can you tell us a couple stories? Like the craziest things you've you're like, wow.
That'd be in Houston, and the place where I used to score my weed from. Excellent weed, by the way. And it was a street like this here was, and it's a dope alley. That's a whole 9 yards. There's houses, apartments and stuff, and they're all bogus. It's a dope deal. And I've seen some crazy fucking shit out there.
Like what, for example?
Stab somebody's eyes out. Some fucked up shit. I don't do cocaine, I don't do heroin, I don't do methamphetamine or any of that shit. And I thank my lucky stars I don't. Everybody, you can tell when somebody's doing that. They can't do a coherent thought, a coherent topic, or a coherent sentence. You know what I mean? The continuity of logic and, you know, everything's gone. And that stuff, I don't understand that. It's not that good buzz because I see them and they're not happy. All they're doing is satiating our urge and getting it, you know. It truly is a monkey on the back. And what blows me away, I'm from Houston, okay, crack is the thing in Houston. Nobody does meth in Houston. I mean, the crack is right. The Mexicans, blah, 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 you do crack. Here's meth. You don't have the same connection in Mexico, you know, coming up. And, well, I've heard these stories, you know, and I didn't know how bad, but these people are gone. You can tell their mind's gone. I mean, this is the most destructive thing I heard these stories, I didn't believe them. You know, they're talking about, they call it bathtub speed. Not the liquid crystal, but the real shit. Now that's a whole different story. I bet there's not one drop of that in the state. You know, it's all that bathtub homemade shit, and that's, you know, you could make it right now if you wanted. But it's incredibly easy. You don't have to be this master, scientific, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Now, let me ask you a question. What's the worst time of your life?
Prison.
What do you know? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
What, prison?
Yeah, what got you into prison or?
It's the same shit. My mother. When I went to court and got sentenced to prison, I didn't have a lawyer. I found out later my mother was fucking him, and then the night before we were going to trial, she had this is how she does it. She plans it, and blah blah blah. Had it out with him. She dropped. He dropped me. I went to court. I didn't have a lawyer. I did not have a fucking lawyer. And the judge goes, well, there's like 3 or 4 state appointed suckers, you know, those guys just got out of high school or whatever. And he goes, hey, here, you take it. And I ended up doing about 10 years flat time.
10 years. And that's because of your mother, you said?
Oh yeah, all over. My mother's been sabotaged. It's not just me, it's all males. At places at work. I always remember as a kid there'd be some massive problem with my mother and one of her co-workers. It was always a guy, and now I know. I lived in self-denial all my life. Can you imagine having a mother like that? A mother put this shit on you, lies and connives you. Yeah.
So you said that most of the things that the place and location you are in is because of your mother, because of your childhood?
The bad was, yeah.
Most of it, or what do you say?
Well, probably all of it, you put it like that.
So it has to be with your childhood, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, look at the scars, dude. And I got more. I got 2 on this leg, 1 on this leg. You can see that one.
Right. Yeah.
See this bump?
Yep.
You can see that one. I have 4 broken ribs. So yeah.
Now let me ask you, what's your best memory?
Working in the movies.
Working where, I'm sorry?
In the movies.
In the movies.
Yeah. But I don't talk about it unless it's birthday. Because I don't even like fucking with it, you know what I mean? But yeah, before my mother did her shit back in 2001, I had a career going in Houston. Houston's a right-to-work state for the working in the movies or the entertainment industry, and so I could get to work. I didn't have to be union.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have any hope for the future?
Oh, a whole lot. Are you kidding me? I gotta decide what I'm gonna do when I retire. But other than that, I'm gonna get what I came for. The Searchlight Nuggets, the town I worked at before, terrible bonfire and all. I came here to learn. I'm calling it right now, Texas Hold'em poker. I'm gonna compete at. I plan on competing at a world-class level. I got up to Searchlight, learned it. I won. I continuously won. I came down here and everything broke. But I'm ready to go in, and I'm still keeping myself in the loop. You know what I mean? Of that shit in playing. I think I can make a living out of it, flat out. And not only that, but I've seen some of my competition. I go, yeah, I better beat them. Sorry, but.
Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
It depends on how fast I win the money. Another thing I like to start up is a restaurant. I'm sure we're gonna have restaurants just like you like it.
What kind of restaurant do you want to make?
It's gonna be a combination of stuff. But I'm telling you now, the specialty is my specialty. It'll be sweet. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be doing sweet. You'll like sweets. People will be coming for pancake syrup alone.
Well, thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate the interview, and
By the way, you're very good at it.
oh, thank you so much.
Well, I've seen people who aren't, and it's awkwardly embarrassing. You know, I almost get into a fight or something. You know? No, you are smooth.
Oh, I really appreciate it.
Intelligent, good delivery, good sincerity. Yeah. You gotta think, like I say, I don't ever talk about working in the film industry when I'm homeless. You know how stupid that sounds? I don't want the two to meet. And I'll be honest with you, I don't do those three big drugs, you know, cocaine, heroin, speed, because it's so fucked up. I did it when I was a kid. I was 15 years old, blah, blah, blah. And I should be dead. Those three big, actually the four bigs, cigarettes, cocaine, crack, speed and heroin, never touch, ever, not once. That's the only way I put it now.
Is there a message you give out to?
That would be it.
That would be it.
That's just one of the messages, you know. Kick back, regroup upon yourself, and make the most of yourself. That's what I tell them. Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate the interview.
I'm Gary.
Alan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.